Binance, which had been served by Silvergate Bank, which is one of the crypto-friendly banks in the sector that serve crypto companies openly. Silvergate has discontinued Binance withdrawals and deposits. Now, this was circulating on Twitter. It originated from a Reddit post yesterday. CoinDesk was able to confirm the veracity of this email communication that was sent out to Binance customers. But it suggests that something might be going on with Binance right now as it relates to their banking partners and providers. I'm going to kick this to David. I think you were kind of tracking this story. It was interesting to see this one unfold over the course of yesterday, going from sort of unsubstantiated rumors to, okay, actually, this is something. We don't know exactly what caused it. We do know, according to a Bloomberg report a couple weeks ago, that Binance may be under investigation by U.S. authorities, which may or may not be involved in what's going on here. But it's interesting, and it might portend some more stuff in the pipeline for Binance in a bad way. So, David, what do you read here? What does this say about the state of both the crypto banking sector and what may or may not be going on at Binance right now?
Yeah, I think it's fascinating because for those of us who have been around for a while, there was, the period of, 2012 to 2018, where there were all of these international exchanges that were sort of willy-nilly serving U.S. customers and using various workarounds to get banking, including shadow banking, including Crypto Capital Corp, which was allegedly using some of that capital to launder drug funds and other stuff. So all of these things sort of started feeling like a relic of the past because Binance had this air of legitimacy that lasted for a long time and I may still continue. But what this shows me is that those problems are not over for unregulated international exchanges and may never be. If Binance can't do it in a way that's stable, then nobody can, because I don't think you could ask for an organization that's more professional on an operational level than Binance, but their regulatory situation is no different from, name your Huobi's or OKX's or whatever. They're always going to have these banking issues, it seems. And so I think that when you look at that on the one hand, and then on the other hand, you look at the growth of DEXs, I have to say it's not a good outlook for Binance or for any centralized exchange that is unregulated in general. I'm not going to make any bold projections here, but it's certainly negative pressure in a big way.
I think the interesting thing here, we're talking about US dollar withdrawals, and there's obviously sort of this interesting bifurcation of Binance proper, and then Binance US, which is the US affiliate that licenses some technology, but is otherwise and ostensibly not related to the parent company. There was a statement that came out in the afternoon from Silvergate that stated specifically that Binance US was a member in good standing with Silvergate.
Yeah.
So this is clearly about sort of the global outpost rather than the U.S. Licensee, which is now helmed by former OCC chief Brian Brooks. So also the potential, we've been seeing sort of cracks between these two wings of Binance. Obviously, Binance Global is a much larger operation, but there's starting to become a little bit of daylight between Binance US and Binance that we hadn't necessarily seen previously. Jen, I sorry to have interrupted you there, but please take it away.
No, that's all right. I was just going to ask for clarity on the Binance and Binance US thing, so you just kind of read my mind. Can you give us the TLDR on what's going on with the DOJ? I know that Binance is under investigation, but it's kind of unclear what they're being investigated for. Is this like another anti-money laundering situation?
It's very unclear at this point. We know that no wrongdoing is alleged at this point on behalf of U.S. authorities. We just know based on the report that there may indeed be an investigation ongoing. A couple of reporters here at CoinDesk are kicking the tires and trying to find some sources who may be able to shed more light on the situation. But right now, it's quite fuzzy. We don't really know the scope or the state of this investigation. And time will tell when this gets announced how big or how small this may be. Brady, I saw your hand up quickly. What are your thoughts?
Well, it makes me think of something that Curve founder Michael Egorov said to me a little while back about centralized exchanges. People are freaked out about DeFi because it's sort of uncontrolled. It exists on Ethereum World Computer. But Egorov was like, look, you can see all the transactions. There's a lot of transparency there. The truth is there's no greater coin mixer than a centralized exchange. And I wonder if maybe that could be a part of what's really going on.
I would also point out that
comes of it.
I would also point out that these actions can sometimes be focused on things that happened what feels like a long time ago. And we do know that Binance, for a long period of time, was doing at best an inadequate job of stopping US users from getting on the platform. And so they could just be looking back at those things, and it might just be they're issuing a fine or something regarding those problems.